we continue reading from Caitanya Caritamrita. We are reading from the Adi-Lila, chapter 3, text 6. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Brahmara eka dine tinho eka bar avatirna hana karena prakata vihar. Once in a day of Brahma, he descends to this world to manifest his transcendental pastimes. So Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma. We are seeing how Brahma's day is it's so long. Brahma's one day is our 1000 Chatur Yugas. So in 1000 Dwapar Yuga, Krishna comes only once. It's so rare. And we are so fortunate that he came in the Dwapara Yuga just before this Kali Yuga. Satya Treta Dwapar Kali Chari Yuga Jani Se Chari Yuga Divya Eka Yuga Mani. We know that there are 4 ages, yugas, namely Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali. These 4 together constitute one Divya Yuga. So all these 4, when they are combined, they are called Divya Yuga. Eka Tara Chaturyuge Eka Manvantara, Chauda Manvantara Brahmara Divasa Bhitara. 71 Divya Yugas constitute one Manvantara. There are 14 Manvantaras in one day of Brahma. So in one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. And so the 14 Manus and the ruling time of each Manu is called Manvantar. And then how long is this Manvantar? Is 71 of these Divya Yugas. Means there will be 71 times Satya, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. 71 cycles. A Manvantar is the period controlled by one Manu. The reign of 14 Manus equals the length of one day, 12 hours in the life of Brahma. And the night of Brahma is of the same duration. These calculations are given in the authentic astronomy book known as the Surya Siddhanta. An annotated Bengali translation of this book was compiled by the great professor of astronomy and mathematics, Bimal Prasad Datta, later known as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, who was our merciful spiritual master. So if we want to know details of this, we can read Surya Siddhanta. It's an authentic astronomy book. Okay, he was honored with the title Siddhanta Saraswati for translating the Surya Siddhanta. And the title Goswami Maharaj was added when he accepted sannyas, the renounced order of life. So Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master, he was a very great scholar and astrologer also. And he translated the Surya Siddhanta, and that's the reason he got the name Bhaktisiddhanta. Siddhanta Saraswati. He got the title Siddhanta Saraswati because he translated this book. And then later, when he became a sannyasi, he accepted the renounced order. He got the title Goswami Maharaj. So he's Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. Okay. Text 9. Vaivasvata nama e saptama manvantara sataisa chaturyuga tahar antara. The present Manu, who is the 7th, is called Vaivasta, the son of Vivaswar. The 71 Divya Yugas, 27 times 4,320,000 solar years of his age, have now passed. So the names of the 14 Manus are follows. So we just heard that in one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus and each of them have their names. So now what are the names? Swayambhuva. Swayambhuva Manu is the first Manu. We are going to be soon reading about him in the third canto of Bhagavatam that we are at. Then Swarochisa, Uttama, Tamasa, Revata, Chakshusha, Vaivaswata. Now we are in this Vaivaswata Manu time, the seventh Manu, because Brahmaji has already finished 50 years. So now we are in this Vaivaswata Manu, Savarni. So the later Manus are going to be, we can see how the scriptures have also information of later who's going to come. So Savarni, Daksha Savarni, Brahma Savarni, Dharma Savarni, Rudra Putra, Rudra Savarni. I'm sorry, Rochya or Deva Savarni, and I'm sorry, Bhautyaka or Indra Savarni. So the scriptures also predicting who's the bona fide. We should not just accept anything. Right? When it's mentioned in the revealed scriptures, then we should accept it because it's said by the authorities. Same like when we want to study medicine, we enroll ourselves in the medical college. And so we are accepting as truth whatever we are learning, that, oh yes, this is medical science. And so we put our full faith in it. And we learn it, practice, put all our energy in it. Similarly, these Bhakti Shastras, we should put our faith in it, that we are hearing from the authorities, the pure devotees. Ashtavimsa Chaturyuge Dvapare Rasheshe Rajera Sahite Haya Krishnera Pakshe Prakashe. At the end of the Dwapar Yuga, of the 28th Divya Yuga, Lord Krishna appears on earth with the full paraphernalia of his eternal Rajnam. Now the term of Vaivastamanu, during which Lord Chaitanya appears, now is the term. So we just said that right now we are in the Manvantara, the reign of the Vaivastamanu. First, Lord Krishna appears at the close of the Dwapara Yuga of the 28th Divya Yuga. So 28th Divya Yuga, because Divya Yuga, we said, was 4 cycles of, I'm sorry, not 4 cycles. The 1 cycle of Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. That's when all 4 of them happen. So this 1 cycle is called a Divya Yuga. And Lord Krishna, he comes at the Dwapar Yuga of the 28th Divya Yuga, means the 28th cycle of these 4 yugas. And then Lord Chaitanya appears in the Kali Yuga of the same Divya Yuga. Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya appear once in each day of Brahma, or once in 14 Manvantaras, each of 71 Divya Yugas in duration. So it's so rare that Krishna comes himself and that Lord Chaitanya comes as Lord Krishna comes as Lord Chaitanya. It is so rare, and we are so fortunate to be at this time. We might say, oh, how come fortunate? Look at the condition of the world. Well, but then that's Kali Yuga. The scriptures are already mentioned what's going to happen in Kali Yuga. The sages of Naimisharanya already predicted all these things are going to happen. They knew it. That's the nature of the age. But we are fortunate that Krishna just came. We can take instructions from Bhagavad Gita, from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yesterday was Gita Jayanti. Krishna left that for us so that we could get light from the scripture. So we should be grateful to him. And we should feel ourselves fortunate that we are at this time. And how much we take, how much we accept that mercy, that depends on us. But we should try to accept it wholeheartedly. It's like we have been given a jewel which we are not qualified to receive. From the beginning of Brahma's day of 4,320,000,000 years, 6 Manus appear and disappear before Lord Krishna appears. So rare. Thus, 1,975,320,000 years of the day of Brahma elapse before the appearance of Lord Krishna. This is an astronomical calculation according to solar years. So imagine if we were not here at this time, we were in some other universe or some other planet. How would we be able to get this knowledge of Krishna, of Lord Chaitanya? How would we know, oh, but just by chanting the holy name, we are associating with Krishna, we can get the highest Krishna fame. Should accept it with enthusiasm. Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Shringar Chari Ras Chari Bhavera Bhakta Yata Krishna Tar Vasha. Servitude, Dasya, friendship, Sakhya, parental affection, Vatsalya, and conjugal love, Shringar, are the four transcendental mellows, rasas. By the devotees who cherish these four mellows, Lord Krishna is subdued. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Shringar are the transcendental modes of loving service to the Lord. Shantras, or the neutral stage, is not mentioned in this verse because although in Shantras one considers the absolute truth, the sublime great, one does not go beyond that conception. So Shantras is just like, oh, that God exists, but there's no relationship as yet. That service attitude has not yet begun. Because we can see in Vrindavan, everything, even the peacocks, the cows, what is their mood? To serve Krishna. It begins with the Dasya Ras. So Shantaras is a point of neutrality, where the neutrality, oh, that I'm small and God is great. Shantaras is a very grand idea for materialistic philosophers, but such idealistic appreciation is only the beginning. It is the lowest among the relationships in the spiritual world. So for one to come to this point that I am tiny and God is great is also really a big thing for us. Because why? Because we are thinking we are God. You know, who's God? Who's God? Of course, I'm God. I'm the greatest. I'm the center of the universe. But even if we can come to the idea, oh, I'm not God. I'm just the insignificant living entity and God is great. Only we come to this idea, we are not yet even touching any of the spiritual relationships which exist. Shantras is not given much importance because as soon as there is a slight understanding between the knower and the known, active, loving, transcendental reciprocations and exchanges begin. So what happens is this Shantras is not, once one understands, oh, I am insignificant and God is great. And so once one understands, oh, this is my position and this is God's position. And so it's my duty to serve him. So automatically Dasya Rasa is manifest. You know, it's like a once we actually understand our position and Krishna's position, automatically we'll have that Dasya mode, the desire to serve. So then active, loving, transcendental reciprocations and exchanges begin. Dasya Ras is the basic relationship between Krishna and his devotees. Therefore, this verse considers Dasya the first stage of transcendental devotional service. So we can see how even the cows of Vrindavan, the birds of Vrindavan, the trees of Vrindavan, their mood is, let me serve Krishna. How can I make Krishna happy? Maybe I will have this sweet fruit with the brightest colors and looking at it and tasting it, Krishna will be happy. That's what the trees are thinking. You know, everyone is having that. And then it's not that the tree is being self-sacrificing. Oh, I'm going to do it for Krishna and I'm going to suffer. And oh, there is nothing in it for me. And it's, oh, I'm just doing this for Krishna and I'm just going to be, killing my own desires. No, it's not like that. It is reciprocal. Reciprocal. The more a living entity tries to please Krishna, the more we get pleased ourselves. The more I try to please Krishna, the more I will be pleased myself. Krishna lets us experience the happiness that he's feeling. You know, it's not like in the material world. In the material world, oh, if I make you happy means I'm trying to be, I'm giving up my desire, because your desire and my desire is separate. But in connection to Krishna in the spiritual world, all the desires are one. The desire is pleasing Krishna, and we automatically get pleased. Is that okay? Any comments, questions,
Yes.
anything to add?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All
Hare
glory to
Krishna,
Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
I think it will develop in stages, right, Mataji? From Dashya to friendship, or does it, or is it like in a person's life, like at any one point they will have a more of a particular inclination, or should it be gradual from Dashya to Sakya, like that?
Well, what happens is the dasya ras. The dasya ras, that is the prominent mood in all the ras. The mood of serving Krishna. So even though the devotee might be in Vatsalya ras, in the mood of a parent, but the dasya ras is always present.
Yes.
The mood of servitude, that I am an eternal servant of Krishna, because that is our true position.
Yeah.
And then how that manifests,
Mhm.
how that service mood, that loving relationship manifests, then it might manifest as a parent, or as a friend, or as a lover. You know, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But it's not that one who is, it's very rare that one who is having the parental affection is going to change that affection to become a lover. You know what I mean? And this is all on the transcendental platform. It's not, it's all on the transcendental platform. When one is really situated, yes, I am an eternal servant of Krishna, and I have an eternal relationship with him. So what do? I need to serve him. And then once one starts serving, then gradually, as we get purified, our identity will be revealed.
Okay.
Yeah, gradually everything will be revealed in good time. And that's the reason we are advised to serve. That is the foundation. That's our original nature. So by hearing about Krishna, by chanting his glories, by hearing from Bhagavad Gita, by chanting his holy name, we are serving him. And we continue hearing and chanting, worshipping the deity, and gradually everything will be revealed.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much for your nice question. So we'll stop here for today. Caitanya Caritamrita. Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much for joining in today morning.